SHRI Sai Satcharita, Chapter 39 and 50. Title: Baba's Knowledge of Sanskrit, His Interpretation of the Verse from Gita, Construction of Samadhi Mandir. This chapter, that is 39, deals with Baba's interpretation of a verse from Bhagawad Gita. As some people believed that Baba knew not Sanskrit, and the interpretation was Nanasaheb Chandorkar's, Hemadpant wrote another chapter 50 refuting that objection. As the chapter number 50 deals with same subject matter, it is incorporated in this chapter. Preliminary. Blessed is Shirdi and blessed is Dwarkamai, where SHRI Sai lived and moved until he took Mahasamadhi. Blessed are the people of Shirdi, whom he obliged, and for whom he came such a long distance. Shirdi was a small village at first, but it attained great importance on account of his contact and became a tirth, that is a holy place for pilgrimage. Eventually, blessed are the women folk of Shirdi, blessed is their whole and undivided faith in him. They sang the glories of Baba while bathing, grinding, pounding corn, and doing other household work. Blessed is their love, for they sang sweet songs which calm and pacify the minds of the singers and the listeners. Baba's interpretation. Nobody believed that Baba knew Sanskrit. One day, he surprised all by giving a good interpretation of a verse from the Gita to Nanasaheb Chandorkar. A brief account of this matter was written by B.V. Deo, the retired Mamlatdar, and published in Marathi in SHRI Sai Leela magazine, volume 4. Short accounts of the same are also published in Sai Baba's Charters and Sayings, page 61, and The Wondrous Saint Sai Baba, page 36, both by brother B.V. Narasimhaswamy. Mr. B.V. Deo has also given an English version of this, and his statement dated 27 September 1936 and published on page 66 of Devotee's Experience Part 3, published by Seth Swami. As Mr. Deo has got first-hand information about the subject from Nanasaheb himself, we give below his version. Nanasaheb Chandorkar was a good student of Vedanta. He had read Gita with commentaries and prided himself on his knowledge of all that. He fancied that Baba knew nothing of all this and of Sanskrit. So, Baba one day pricked the bubble. These were the days before crowds flocked to Baba, when Baba had solitary talks at the mosque with such devotees. Nana was sitting near Baba and massaging his legs and muttering something. Baba said, "Nana, what are you mumbling to yourself?" Nana, "I am reciting a shloka, that is a verse from Sanskrit." Baba, "What shlok?" Nana, "From Bhagawad Gita." Baba, "Utter it loudly." Nana then recited Bhagawad Gita, part 4, verse 34, which is as follows. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Baba, Nana, do you understand it? Nana, yes. Baba, if you do, then tell me. Nana, it means this. Making Sashtang Namaskar, that is prostration, questioning the Guru, serving him, learn what this jnana is. Then, those jnanis that have attained the real knowledge of Sadvastu, that is Brahma, will give you updesh, that is instruction of jnana. Baba, Nana, I don't want this sort of collected purport of whole stanza. Give me each word, its grammatical force and meaning. Then Nana explained it word by word. Baba, Nana, is it enough to make prostration merely? Nana, I don't know any other meaning for the word pranipatena than making prostration. Baba, what is pariprashna? Nana, asking questions. Baba, what does prashna mean? Nana, the same, questioning. Baba, if pariprashna means same as prashna, which is question, why did Vyasa add the prefix pari? Nana, I don't know of any other meaning for pariprashna. Baba, seva. What sort of seva is meant? Nana, just what we are doing always. Baba, is it enough to render such service? Nana, I don't know what more is signified by the word seva. Baba, in the next line, Upadekshanti te jnanam. Can you so read it as to read any other word in lieu of jnanam? Nana, yes. What word? Said Baba. Nana, ajnanam. Baba, taking that word instead of jnana, is any meaning made out of the verse? Baba, no. Shankar Bhashya gives no such construction. Baba, never mind if it does not. Is there any objection to using the word ajnana if it gives better sense? Nana, I do not understand how to construe by placing ajnana in it. Baba, why does Krishna refer Arjuna to jnanis or tattvadarshis or do his prostration, interrogation and service? Was not Krishna Tattvadarshi in fact Jnana himself? Nana, yes he was. But I do not make out why he referred Arjuna to Jnanis. Baba, have you not understood this? Nana was humiliated. His pride was knocked on the head. Then Baba began to explain. It is not enough to merely prostrate before the Jnanis. We must make Sarvasva Sharangati, which means complete surrender to the Sadguru. Second, mere questioning is not enough. The question must not be made with any improper motive or attitude, or to trap the Guru and catch at mistakes in the answer, or out of idle curiosity. It must be serious, and with a view to achieve moksha or spiritual progress. 3. Seva is not rendering service, retaining still the feeling that one is free to offer or refuse service. One must feel that he is not the master of the body, that the body is Guru's, and exists merely to render service to him. If this is done, the Sadguru will show you what the Jnana referred to in the previous stanza is. Nana did not understand what is meant by saying that Sadguru teaches a Jnana. Baba, how is Jnana Upadesh, that is imparting the realization, to be affected? Destroying ignorance is Jnana. Verse OV 1396 of Jnaneshwari, commenting on Gita, part 18, verse 66 says, removal of ignorance is like this, O Arjuna. If dream and sleep disappear, you are yourself. It is like that. Also OV 83 on Gita, part 5, verse 16 says, is there anything different or independent in Jnana besides the destruction of ignorance? Expelling darkness means light. Destroying duality, that is Dvaita, means non-duality. Whenever we speak of destroying Dvaita, we speak of Advaita. Whenever we talk of destroying darkness, we talk of light. If we have to realize the Advaita state, the feeling of Dvaita in ourselves has to be removed. That is the realization of the Advaita state. Who can speak of Advaita while remaining in Dvaita? If one did, unless one gets into the state, how can one know it and realize it? Again, the Shishya, that is disciple, like the Sadguru, is really embodiment of Jnana. The difference between the two lies in the attitude, high realization, marvelous superhuman sattva, that is beingness, and unrivaled capacity and Aishwarya Yoga, that is divine powers. The Sadguru is Nirguna, Satchitananda. He has indeed taken human form to elevate humankind and raise the world. But his real Nirguna nature is not destroyed thereby even a bit. His beingness or reality, divine power and wisdom remain undiminished. The disciple also is in fact of the same Swarupa, but it is overlaid by the effect of samskaras of innumerable births in the shape of ignorance, which hides from his view that he is Shuddha Chaitanyam. See Bhagawad Gita chapter 5 verse 15. As stated therein, he gets the impression I am Jiva, a creature, humble and poor. The Guru has to root out these offshoots of ignorance and has to give upadesh and instruction to the disciple, held spellbound for endless generations by the idea of his being a creature, humble and poor. The Guru imparts in hundreds of births the teaching, you are God, you are mighty and you are opulent. Then he realizes a bit that he is God really. The perpetual delusion under which the disciple is laboring, that he is the body, that he is the creature, that is Jiva or ego, that God, that is Paramatma and the world are different from him, is an error inherited from innumerable past births. From actions based on it, he has derived his joy, sorrows, and mixtures of both. To remove this delusion, this error, this root ignorance, he must start the inquiry. How did the ignorance arise? Where is it? And to show him this is called the Guru's Upadesh. The following are the instances of Jnana. 1. I am the Jiva, that is the creature. 2. Body is the soul, that is I am the body. 3. God, world and Jiva are different. 4. I am not God. 5. Not knowing that body is not the soul. 6. Not knowing that God, world and Jiva are one. Unless these errors are exposed to his view, the disciple cannot learn what is God, Jiva, world, body, how they are interrelated, and whether they are different from each other or are one and the same. To teach him these and destroy his ignorance is this instruction in Jnana or Jnana. Why should Jnana be imparted to the Jiva, who is a Jnanamurti himself? Upadesh is merely to show him his error and destroy his ignorance. Baba added, Pranipat implies surrender. 2. Surrender must be of body, mind and wealth. 3. Why should Krishna refer Arjuna to other Jnanis? Sadbhakta takes everything to be Vasudev. This is mentioned in Bhagawad Gita, chapter 7, verse 19. That is, any guru will be Krishna to the devotee. And guru takes disciple to be Vasudev, and Krishna treats both as his prana and atma. Mentioned in Bhagawad Gita, chapter 7, verse 18, commentary of Gyanadev on this. As Shri Krishna knows that there are such bhaktas and gurus, he refers Arjuna to them so that their greatness may increase and be known. Construction of Samadhi Mandir. Baba never talked nor ever made any fuss about things which he wanted to accomplish, but he so skillfully arranged the circumstances and surroundings that the people were surprised at the slow but sure results attained. The construction of the Samadhi Mandir is an instance in point. Shriman Bapusaheb Booty, the famous multimillionaire of Nagpur, lived in Shirdi with his family. Once an idea arose in his mind that he should have a building of his own there. Sometimes after this, while he was sleeping in Dikshit's Vada, he got a vision. Baba appeared in his dream and ordered him to build a Vada of his own with temple. Shama, who was sleeping there, also got a similar vision. When Bapu Sahib was awakened, he saw Shama crying and asked him why. The latter replied that in his vision, Baba came close to him and ordered distinctly, "Build the Vada with the temple. I shall fulfill the desires of all." Hearing the sweet and loving words of Baba, I was overpowered with emotion. My throat was choked, my eyes were overflowing with tears, and I began to cry. Babu Sahib was surprised to see that both their visions tallied. Being a rich and capable man, he decided to build a Vada there and drew up a plan with Madhav Rao, that is Shama. Kaka Sahib Dikshit also approved of it. And when it was placed before Baba, he also sanctioned it immediately. Then the construction work was duly started, and under the supervision of Shama, the ground floor, the cellar, and the well were completed. Baba also on his way to and from Lindi suggested certain improvements. Further work was entrusted to Babu Sahib Jog, and when it was going on, an idea struck Babu Sahib Booty's mind that there should be an open room or platform in the center for the image of Muralidhar, that is Lord Krishna with a flute. He asked Shama to refer this matter to Baba and got his consent. The latter asked Baba about this when he was passing by the Vada. Hearing Shama, Baba gave his consent, saying, "After the temple is complete, I will come there to stay." And staring at the Vada, he added, "After the Vada is complete, we shall use it ourselves. We shall live, move, and play here, embrace each other, and be very happy." Then Shama asked Baba whether this was a auspicious time to begin the foundation work of the central room of the shrine. The latter answered in affirmative. Shama got a coconut, broke it, and started the work. In due time, the work was completed, and the order was also given for making a good image of Muralidhar. But before it was ready, a new thing turned up. Baba became seriously ill and was about to pass away. Bapu Sahib became very sad and dejected, thinking that if Baba passed away, his Vada would not be consecrated by the holy touch of Baba's feet, and all his money, that is about lakhs of rupees, would be wasted away. But the words, "Place or keep me in the Vada," which came out of Baba's mouth just before his passing away, consoled not only Bapu Sahib, but one and all. In due time, Baba's holy body was placed and preserved in the central shrine meant or designed for the Muralidhar, and Baba himself became the Muralidhar, and the Vada thus became a Samadhi Mandir of Sai Baba. His wonderful life is unfathomable. Blessed and fortunate is Bapu Sahib Booty, in whose Vada lies the holy and pure body of Baba. Bow to Shri Sai, peace be to all. Om Sai Ram.